Hello, everyone. Today we are looking at Sansar Park. And so, Sansar is a virtual world. It is struggling to have users and everything. And they did this build, which is a nice build. It's a park. There are things to do here, so that's nice. But there are some issues with the build, and I just wanted to quickly go over a few things. Um, Glaringly, when I open up my diagnostics, I immediately hit 3.8 gigs of textures. That is a lot. That's going to make your build a longer download. This is the home place, so you kind of want that to be quick. I don't understand why there are that many textures in this place, but that is extremely high amount. And theoretically, we're only supposed to have like 4K total, and that also includes the people that might come in. Now, I haven't seen any necessarily bad effects from going over 4 gigs, but I mean, you're pretty much at your limit already with no people in it. So, geometry wise, 57. There's a few people in here, so that's probably up a little high. So, the geometry count is not horrible, but it's high for what it is. And if I just look at my draws are up near 4,000, which is not great. But probably the biggest issue that I see in this build, and this is why I wanted to bring this up, because occasionally I do see people do things like this. So what I'm doing is I'm going out, way out into the distance here. And I want to bring this up because this is a very bad practice to do, because you're kind of shooting your own self in the foot when you do this kind of stuff. Okay? If we go into wireframe, we can see all of this geometry out here. This is all wasted geometry. Wasted because you're not really using the geometry. This geometry that's sitting out here could just as well be an image. One flat plane with all of these buildings on it. This geometry could actually be used in the build. When I look up here at this geometry count, yeah, I said it's not horrible, but it could be a lot better if this geometry didn't exist. It doesn't need to exist at all. It's pretty much an artist that's just lazy, and they just think you can just throw geometry around at will with no impact. And thing is, again, you're shooting yourself in the foot when you do that. You're shooting your team's yourself in the foot by doing that. All that wasted geometry could be geometry that could be inside the build here, making things look better and having things, look more realistic, like maybe even garbage on the ground here and there, like normal parks do. So that's what my point is. There's all this wasted geometry that's way out into the distance and not being used inside of the build. There was also one other thing I wanted to bring up here. One thing I noticed as people hang out here at this park is that everyone, you res in this area right here, so everyone wants to hang out. But this is not the most pleasant area to hang out in. It's not, usually you want to be where there's grass or trees or something homey. So what I would suggest is to take this rocket and ticket thing, move it up here in the center. and then take this area and make it more homey with more, maybe a grass area, maybe a little fire pit, something like that. There is a kind of a cool fire pit here. If you run around, I think it's hidden somewhere. Where is it? Do I even know where it is? I don't know. But I guess if you come here, that's... Oh, there it is right there. A little hidden fireplace. Or campground. But those are my thoughts on the park. Have a good one, everyone.